fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Pittsburgh Steelers and the Cleveland Browns. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 28-yard line.
Ready? 18 Gator.
58, come on. Hey, pick it up, defense. Let's go.
Hey, lock it.
Hey, turn it up, turn it up.
Check 26, check 26. Let's go.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. A bad start there. A big loss on their first play from scrimmage. It's second down.
Okay, partner, a couple points of interest right here, all right? Offensively, we see that they came out throwing the football, but maybe more importantly, the blitz that came defensively, they got right after them.
And you were telling me pregame before we came on air, you think this is something we could see a lot.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because this is a unit that wants to play the game on their terms.
They run it for the first time with Tony Pollard. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2.
I think if we put together a job description for a middle linebacker, we would start with being able to hold down things in the middle of the line of scrimmage and be able to take on blockers. But how about the guys who can go sideline to sideline and make plays?
Love a guy that can do that. We saw a perfect example of it right there.
6 man. Check curls, check curls, check curls.
Go out. Smooth. 5.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. And he'll get this one way up just shy of the 45-yard line. And they're able to convert on 3rd with a solid gain of 23.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Here we go. Set. 50. Plant.
Hey, watch the slant, watch the slant. Watch the slant, watch the slant.
Now.
They'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up second down. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
Ready, set.
An incomplete pass on first down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Now Pollard. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll set up a 3rd down.
All right, Brandon, I know we're in the early going here, but those kind of runs, they're going to open up a world of opportunities for this offense going forward.
70, Indy.
Down to lose 1.
Go.
Watch the slant. Motion, motion. 58 for Mike, 58.
Hey, wahoo.
Pick it up. Jump, jump.
Lee Griffin.
Out of the gun now on 3rd down. And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. And he has the first down yardage before they bring him down right at the 45.
First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
Break.
Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Hey, keep it up, keep it up. Check.
Look at me. Door. 5.
58 is the Mike. Go 58 is the Mike.
Ready.
He'll look to throw. Looking deep downfield. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by the Michigan man, Jabril Peppers. And he will take it out to the 25-yard line. That's one of those interceptions watching from up here that quarterback wide receiver just looked a little out of sync.
They did look a little out of sync, and yeah, they're going to examine that when they get to the sidelines, and they'll talk about it throughout next week when they watch the tape. But the guy who's going to be there for him, really in his ear, is his center, because that's a special relationship for a rookie quarterback. Your center handles your line calls. He gets everyone in the proper position to block. He'll be the first guy back to pick you up after you've been knocked down, and that's the guy you watch the extra film with and try and learn the league.
A 6-yard pickup brings up 2nd and 4 at the 31-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
What we got?
Mahomes now to throw. Under a heavy rush, and down he goes. Give the sack to Barkevius. Mingo, the former number 6 pick.
Barkevius Mingo. A loss of 7 on the sack. And it's 3rd down. 3rd and 11.
Going to need better protection here. 3rd and long following the sack from Mahomes and company. Here's Mahomes to throw. Buying time to his left. And he's not going to sniff the first down here. He stopped at the 25. Only able to get back a yard for his efforts, and that leads us to 4th down. Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. Here comes Cohen. Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. A first update now out of Jacksonville. And the Jags, they're out to an early lead there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. So the drive's going to start with Pollard. And the hole closes quickly there. He gets maybe a couple up to the 38.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Target, 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 target.
Go, go.
58 to Mike, 58. 58.
Fair. Leo. Yo, Jackrabbit, come on. Go.
Here's 2nd and 8. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And he'll be stopped right at midfield. 13 yards to pick up there. Good for a Cleveland first. And, boy, they had high praise for this rookie receiver when we asked the coaches about him, didn't they?
They certainly did, and obviously they liked his measurables. Otherwise, they wouldn't have brought him onto the team. Height, weight, speed, all of that. But how about what they really said? Competitiveness. That's what they really liked about him. The way he goes after the football, competes for it, and decides when it's in the air, it's his and only his.
It's shot, baby. That's baby shot. Hey, switch gears. Say, get it.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Open man is Uzama. Yeah, he will go out right near the 35-yard line. 14 yards, and it's a Cleveland first down.
I got a kick out of that one, partner. You and I talk often about trying to hide receivers in certain situations, but a guy of his size can't really hide him. But the tight end drag route, definitely an effective way to sneak him across the formation for an easy completion and a first down.
Yo, go.
58 to Mike, 58.
Shoot.
They'll go with Pollard here on first down. Just a yard on the first down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety? coming up and making the big-time play.
Down. 10 Lobo.
Mike, 58, right there. Switch up, switch up.
Go.
Check. Motion out of the backfield. Motion out of the backfield. And 58 is a Mike.
Hey, Alpha. Look. Squeeze.
No. Off.
Let's go.
2nd and 9 now. And he completes it to Cohen. Call it a gain of 3, and that'll make it 3rd down.
Right there.
It's a gain of 3.
No score after 1 on EA Sports. The 25-yard line is what they need here. This is 3rd down.
Watch tight end. Hey, 4 down.
Hey, Foxtrot.
57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Ain't no such thing as
Rock it.
jam.
Hit it.
He'll look to throw. Man open, that's Robert Foster complete. And they're going to have themselves another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 21.
I think it all came together there. In-breaking route, drove it with excellent pace. Money throw right there to move the sticks.
This quarterback now rebounding nicely after the interception. He's hit 4 straight to start the drive. It's 1st down.
52's the Mike, boys. 52. So don't say nothing. Deuce.
Hey, Sam off.
Check. Watch safety creep. Creeping. Safety.
Back to throw here. And almost intercepted. It would have been his 2nd pick of the game. Instead, it'll be 2nd down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete.
5-2 is the Mike. Mike 5-2. Hey, watch the screen. Watch the screen. 25. Check 25. Check 25.
Now he'll look to throw here on 2nd and 10. Open man here is Foster. The reception good for 7. It's 3rd down.
That's it. Big hit.
That's a gain of 7. Brings up 3rd and 3.
The Browns on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This time it's 3rd and 3.
Hey, orbit.
Check. 3 down. 52's the Mike. Watch Mike. 3 buzz.
Right up.
He'll drop to throw. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete.
That's a good job there creating the contact to force the incompletion. And now since it's 4th down, that should set up a field goal situation.
And a nice sigh of relief defensively to be able to hold them to 3. Now Harrison Butker for the field goal try. Butker's kick here is good. And the Browns are out to a 3-0 lead. Been a bit of a dogfight thus far into the 2nd quarter now, and we do have our first points, a field goal.
Yeah, a lot of people say, wow, first action on the scoreboard, about time. To me, the action's been right there on the field, trying to figure out who could gain an advantage, gain some field position, finally get points on the board. I'm loving this kind of game.
It feels like kickers might play a big role in this one.
Yes, make sure you give them the respect they deserve. They could cost you a game or win you one.
The Steelers take over 1st and 10 at their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And the last drive, the first drive for them, not very good. 3 and out. What do they go to here?
Well, you don't look down at your play sheet and say, this is what the problem is. Yeah, let's find out who my playmakers are. Get the ball in their hands, and maybe the offense will move a little bit better.
Sometimes it's more important to get it to the right people rather than dialing up the right number.
Exactly.
Or the right play, yeah.
That too.
So a 1st and 10 upcoming from Browns territory now at the 41. Now Joe Mixon. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Another example right there how this defense really is winning the entire game at the point of attack.
Yeah, right there at the line of scrimmage because they are dominating it. It allows their interior guys to get upfield and spill into the backfield. So how are you going to combat that? You know, because they bring in your tight end, keep him in. Your running backs, they have to step forward. Bottom line, your offensive line has to block them first to give yourself a chance.
And the Steelers first down.
Mixon with a first down carry. And he'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 14-yard line.
Partner, we know today's NFL is really built around the guy throwing the football. But these short runs, they still pay dividends because they can take their toll on a defense and they can add up as the game goes along. You control the clock, you control the ball, and that way you often control the game.
Situation, let's go. Motion, motion, motion. 24 is the mark.
On 2nd and 7, Mahomes. Got his man, it's caught for a Steelers touchdown. John Ross, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Steelers have taken the lead.
A lot of people might call this backyard football. Sometimes just understanding who you've got out wide and who you're going to throw it to. Give him an opportunity to go up and make a play, even when contested. Looks like that one worked out pretty well. The trust factor, in effect.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone. The Cleveland offense ready to go. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a first down now.
By 52, by 52. Let's go, D. It's going to be It's going to be a long day. Kill. Under 10, under 10, 10. Deep river.
He'll come out throwing here on first down. And nowhere to fit that football in. It's knocked away and incomplete. He was looking for Josh Reynolds that time, but it'll be second down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Yes.
No, check that.
Bravo.
2 right here.
Hard.
Defense, let's get it together. Check 4.
Ready.
2nd and 10. Got an open man, it's Foster. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. A good play there as the Browns strike for 16 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 41-yard line.
15 line.
On first down, Pollard. And he still has yet to get on track in this first half as they're going to stop him behind the line. Calling a loss of 2 on the play. And it'll be 2nd and 12.
At the 39-yard line.
Let's go now. 50, plant.
52. Bandit.
Guard.
Here we go on 2nd and 12. He's got his man on the crossing route. And he'll be brought down just shy of midfield at the 49-yard line. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down.
Brings up 3rd and 2.
The Browns on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. Trying to run for it with Pollard. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Hey, exit. What? Twist. Hey, lock it. Undercrush, undercrush, undercrush.
Back to throw. That is caught by Cohen. It'll be a gain of 4, and it'll make it a 2nd down.
4 yards on the pickup. 2nd and 6.
2 minutes to play in this first half. 7-3, our score. A reminder coming up at halftime, we'll head to Orlando. Standing by there, Jonathan Coachman. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL in his 2nd week of the regular season.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
What? You're out.
2nd and 6. Got an open man. That's C.J. Uzomah. And he gets it all the way down inside the 10 and mark him at the 5. It's a gain of 34.
That's a real nice job right there, working the middle of the field, working against those safeties. And you know, partner, if you get your hips turned the wrong way, big plays can result.
And a big play resulted right there.
Protein spill.
They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And he's in. Touchdown, Browns. Tony Pollard, his first touchdown here of the new campaign. And once again, the Browns are back in front. Harrison Butker is on for the extra point. And it's through, and that makes the lead 10-7. Now after the touchdown, here's Butker on to kick it away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25.
1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And now with still more than a minute to go in what's been a tight game, you figure we'll try to see them move the ball downfield.
And remember, they get the kickoff to start the 2nd half, so this is a golden opportunity for them to go down there and put up a couple of 6s back-to-back. What a momentum swing that would be.
Yeah, you might be able to get a 2-for-1 without ever even giving up the football.
At the 30-yard line.
From the 30 on 2nd down, Mahomes. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. 12 yards that time at a Pittsburgh first.
Go. A gain of 12. 1st down, Steelers.
Yellow. 180.
I'm coming after you. I'm coming after you.
They'll run on 1st down. Mixon trying to run inside, but nothing there. The stop was made by Jannard Avery.
And as a defensive end, getting off the ball quickly, swarming to the football, making a tackle, that's what we saw right there.
Yeah, and that's what their job is. And really, a lot of the time, they have to throttle back a little bit in the run game because you know those defensive ends, they're like in a sprinter stance. They're just headed straight for the quarterback. That was good recognition on that play to hold them to no gain.
Throwing on second down. Mahomes going into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 23. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
He's coming, double up. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up.
Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but if they make them out of bounds, that does you no good.
Once again, they'll go from the 23-yard line on 2nd and 10.
Look at me. Go, go.
They just do get the playoff as he'll look to throw. He'll rifle this one deep right side. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off by the former first-rounder Jimmy Ward. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And with time quickly fading here in the second quarter, not sure how aggressively, offensively they want to play this.
I think we'll find out just how much they trust their guys in this situation if they decide to take a shot.
Flushed out right. Now he'll let it go deep right side. And that's caught inside the 30. And into the end zone. Touchdown, Pittsburgh. Alshon Jeffrey in the final seconds of the first half. And the Steelers have once again taken the lead. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And that makes it 14-10. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away.
The Browns take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Browns drive about to get started. Likely time for just one final play, and then it'll be off to the locker room to talk about how they can erase this deficit.
Yeah, and I think a lot of people look at it and go, well, maybe you take a shot here. Maybe you get some momentum going into the half. What's the flip side of that? You do something crazy, quarterback gets hit, ball comes free, and now you're down an even bigger margin. Go ahead and take this one, go to the locker room, start over.
So we've reached halftime here in a 4-point game as we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach, so time for the second half as the Steelers have the lead, and they will also be receiving the football here to start the third quarter. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. They have the lead now. They'll be looking for some separation here as we begin the third quarter.
I like the way you termed that because now I think they go a little bit deeper into their playbook. They like what they did in the first half. That worked okay. But in order to get the separation that you just talked about, change things up a little bit. Change your tendencies. Try and hit them a little bit more with some things they didn't see in the first half.
We'll see if they do just that.
Yellow. Come on out here. Come get some. Come get some. Come on here.
They'll stay on the ground. Mixon again. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Throwing now is Mahomes. Flush to his right. And the coverage terrific there as that's knocked down and incomplete. He was looking for John Ross that time. That'll bring up 2nd down.
I think that's a big-time play there because the slant route is really hard to cover because the timing is so quick. But able to see it, diagnose it, and get to the football, that's why he was able to bat it away.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35.
Watch tight. Tight ends right. Watch.
This is Mixon. And he'll get this one up to about the 39 here.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. And on 3rd down, the Browns going to go with a nickel set. Shotgun snap to Mahomes. Got a man, it's Ross, complete. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a first down.
Yellow. I've got one lady. We ain't giving up nothing.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he works his way forward for about 4 up to the midfield stripe.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 50-yard line.
Yellow. I've got one lady. Let's go, Captain. Let's go. We got this. We got this.
I'm here all day.
Yellow. Mike 51. Hey, let's go.
From midfield, here's Mahomes. Steps away to his left. And Josh Hill has it. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 38-yard line.
On any given pass play, you never know exactly where your exit points are going to be. On this play, he was flushed to his left, still on the run, able to accurately throw the football for a nice first down.
Be ready. 51, Mike.
Throwing on first down is Mahomes. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. It'll be a gain of 17 and a Pittsburgh first.
First down, Steelers.
Yellow. Angelani. Switch team. Switch it.
On
first down, Mahomes. It's brought in by Jeffrey. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. Another good gain. That's now 35 yards combined on those last two plays. They come out here in the I. Two big plays in succession. Not sure this D knows what hit him, but now they got to get ready. It's first and goal. They'll give it to Mixon, and he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Steelers. Joe Mixon, his first touchdown of the new season. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
I know we don't talk about it enough, but the intelligence level of the guys up front blocking, the offensive linemen, maybe the smartest guys in football overall. Add in a little bit of athleticism and a whole lot of toughness, you've got a lot to deal with, don't you?
That's why the guys in the backfield get them really nice Christmas gifts, right?
If they're smart, they do.
This will be taken in at the 1. And nice work on the return as they'll start their drive just past the 30-yard line.
At their own 31-yard line.
The Cleveland offense ready to go. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here in half 2.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
The Browns drive about to get started. They trail offense, first time to touch the ball in quarter 3, and we'll see what they can do.
And I can't wait to see what they have planned, because some teams script to start a half. Other teams just go, okay, these are the sequence of plays we want to run. These things worked well for us. And sometimes they throw in that big chunk play right away.
Shocker.
Try and get after them early and try and create a big play to give themselves some momentum.
See what they have up their sleeve. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First and 10 at the 42-yard line.
Here we go. 90 Wolf.
Bring it. Bring it.
5.
Kill. Turn up. Kill. Turn up.
Ready.
Now back to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's second down.
Forced to the ground and incomplete. It leads to second and 10.
Ready.
Ball on the 42 as they come up second and 10.
Keep it up, guys.
Go.
58, right over there. Yeah. Mike, 58, right there. Here we go. 36.
Looking to throw. And he's going to get this inside the 30. And they're going to have themselves another first down as the tackle's made at the Steelers' 27-yard line.
What I love about watching the passing game nowadays is that the one-dimensional receiver is really starting to leave the game. You've got to be able to do it all. Of course, you got to run fast. Of course, you got to catch the ball. But route running savvy and toughness, there's a premium for all of that now.
Yeah, boy, this defense again really making things tough on him as they stop him for no gain.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
It's going to be a long day.
Now.
Watch the motion.
Mike's
57's Mike.
Yeah.
57.
Hey, Charlie.
57. They can't hang with us.
Get it.
Back to throw now on 2nd and 10. Gets this to his running back, Tariq Cohen. It'll be a 2-yard gain, and it'll be 3rd down.
A 2-yard pickup makes it 3rd and 8.
Got it.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Hey, Alpha.
57. Mike, 57. Man out. 57's Mike. Mike, 57.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo.
He'll look to throw. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's 4th down.
Results in a 4th down.
So out comes a field goal team now for the 2nd time here today. Made his first, this now from 42 yards out. And the kick by Butker is good. And that'll make this an 8-point game. So that's a 7-play drive that ultimately stalls out there at the end.
And things were a little leaky in the beginning on that drive, weren't they? But how about the front 7? As they got closer to their goal line, things stiffened a little bit, forced the field goal.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Steeler offense here about ready for their next drive. And they're hoping to redo their efforts in the last drive when they got into the end zone.
And just think of what it's like now on the sideline, because when you score a touchdown, you have to go over and look at the tablet and see what you did on the last drive. When you scored points, it's a whole lot better view than when you're trying to figure out how to fix things there.
Let's get it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Hey, 43, 15.
Check 55 to Mike. Check 55 to Mike.
Right red.
Working from the gun, Mahomes. And he almost had it defensively. Could have been a game changer there in this second half. Instead, it's 3rd down. That one doesn't find its target, but all in all, he's been much sharper this week. He was under 50% a week ago, and now he's up over 70%.
Well, you know it's standard for quarterbacks and receivers get together for a little extra time each and every day in practice. I get the sense they got together for a lot of extra time this week to try and improve that passing percentage, and it's worked out quite well.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Open man is Ross, complete. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
And that pickup of a 1st down, that's going to leave a mark because they really needed to stop them there, didn't they?
Oh, so frustrating. Defensively, you're a play away from getting that football back here down late. Tough.
Now they've got to find a way to create a turnover or takeaway. Otherwise, this one will probably get away from them.
On 1st down, a running play ends up going backwards as he won't get close to the line of scrimmage. In fact, he's going to lose 4 yards. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the 4th quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
24's the Mike.
Throwing on 2nd and 14. Mahomes. And this is going to be caught. He won the fight for the football. The Steelers picking up 15 yards there and a 1st down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. He finds his running back, Mixon. 4 yards on the pickup, and that'll make it 2nd down.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6 at the 45-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. They go back to the ground now with Mixon. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41.
All right, that's a decent game there, but it hasn't been his best game overall. So I wonder what the mindset is of his team. Do they want him to handle the football and try and close this game out? Or are they going to make an alternative plan and maybe go in a different direction?
I think they need him, and this is his time to shine. The Steelers on 3rd down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the gun, it's Mahomes. He'll let this go for the end zone. And unable to connect, incomplete. I'll give them credit, they took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively. And here's a big one now. Trying to hold this lead. They're going to go for it here on 4th down. Mahomes going to go on 4th down. And look at this. They get the turnover they needed. It's intercepted. Picked off by Brian Poole. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. A critical error there in a tight game of the 4th.
All you talk about is taking care of the football, and especially with a lead here in the 4th quarter, turning it over, now the door is open for the opposition.
Just in general, when you're passing in the 4th quarter with a lead, no matter at what point, you got to be super careful.
Got to be careful, and sometimes you can be so careful that you end up running yourself into an error.
Foxtrot. 52's the mic right here, over there, right? 52's the mic. Let's go.
He'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Open man, here's Foster. And he'll be taken down across the 50 at
45 in enemy territory.
That's good for a Browns first down. First and 10 at the 45-yard line.
This quarterback now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's first and 10.
57's the mic. 57's the mic.
Go.
He'll drop to throw. And his throw's going to be incomplete. The intended receiver, Josh Reynolds. And that'll bring up second down.
Had the right idea there, trying to throw it to the sideline, but he led him just a little bit too much, trying to get it out to his receiver. Ends up falling to the ground, incomplete.
So after the incompletion on first, now second and 10.
Hey, Echo.
58 to Mike. 58. 58 to Mike. Coming.
Leo.
Check 24. Watch 24.
Flag comes out, and that's because the offense did not get the play off in time.
And you can see the head coach, he is not happy. Everyone getting away from him right now because he's frustrated that they didn't get the ball snapped in time.
Watch the run. Check 52.
Hey. Five.
From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. He's going to air one out. And he's going to be intercepted a third time. Picked off at the 17. Boy, so another interception, CD, and it feels like he's starting to unravel a little bit.
And as you would expect, still a work in progress here in his second season. He has to start ironing out some of these mistakes, though, because now his head coach, his offensive coaches, they have to evaluate whether you keep playing him and let him work through it, or you start thinking about going to his backup.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. You know, I was going to ask you if maybe they should surprise and pass the ball, but where they're at on the field, I think keep it on the ground, right?
I like where you're going with this one because field position is going to determine these play calls. And backed up where they are, I don't even think about putting the ball in the air. I tell my running backs, grasp the football, and I tell my offensive line, don't allow any leaks so they get hit immediately when we hand it off.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. The Steelers on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
4 down. Even. 24 is the mic. Pick it up. Pick it up. Pick it up.
Now here's Mahomes. Going deep downfield for Ross. And that's caught inside the 30. And he takes this way down deep into Cleveland territory. It's a big play there for the Steelers. 66 yards. A real field flipper there as all of a sudden they've got a first down in the red zone. Fourth quarter, down to the final 2 minutes, and we've got a one-score game. So the Steelers with the football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. They'll run on first down. Nixon looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. No gain on the play there. Second down. So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10.
I smell fear in that offense. towards the mic. Watch the pass. Watch the pass. Here we go. Here we go.
Watch the safety creep.
Showing it.
Here on 15.
Again, it's Mixon. And he's going to take it in for a Steeler touchdown. Joe Mixon, his second touchdown of the afternoon. And the Steelers, they broaden their lead.
Things are rocking easy here in the fourth quarter. They've got to feel pretty good about this one. Actually, they've got to feel excellent. Tough loss in the opener. No way they wanted to go 0-2.
I don't want to read too much into it, but psychologically, is there something much bigger about 0-2 than 0-1?
Oh, without a doubt, and here's the biggest one. Guys like you and me, all the media, are going to talk about, well, you know how hard it is to make the playoffs when you start 0-2, and that starts to work its way through a team.
And now they're working towards 1-1. The Cleveland offense ready to go. And with 3 interceptions thrown already, we'll see. Do they rely more on the ground game here?
They may have to change things offensively to try and settle things down, not just for the guy throwing the ball, but for the rest of the offensive unit, because their confidence has to be shaken a little bit. And you just wonder, is the backup going to start to warm up a little bit over on the sideline?
That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12.
Set up. 60 outlaw. You gonna get this boy? You think you gonna get this? Look, squeeze. Hey, orbit. Rock it. Put up.
On first down, he'll drop to throw. Looking middle, and that's complete. 20, 10, and all the way in. Touchdown, Cleveland. A big play there. His second touchdown on the season. As they're now just an extra point away from getting back within 1 score. Okay, so they got the score. Do you go for 1 here and save the possible 2-point conversion for later?
I think you do, because if you go for 2 here and you don't get it, that's deflation.
Yeah.
Now you wonder why you're even going for it. Take the easy one now and come back and try and get it later.
So with just over a minute to play, this becomes a make-or-break onside kick. And this doesn't work. The Steelers recover it. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics would tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
They don't lie. On first down, Mixon. A gain of 3, second down. Now the Browns signal for the second of their timeouts as they get it with under a minute to go now in the football game.
Brings up second and 7 at the 43-yard line.
Have to imagine this will be on the ground as well as they come up second and 7.
Let's go. Let's get this ball back to the offense. Let's go. Mike 51.
Again, it's Mixon. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he could even get started. The Browns will quickly use their third and final timeout as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds left to go in the game. Now Mahomes on the move to his left. He can run for it, and he will. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the fourth quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
And nowhere to run on the interior of that defensive line. He'll get back only to the line of scrimmage.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. Mahomes going to throw it here. Able to shake him off. Forced out to his left. And they're going to have another first down as he's going to be tackled at the Browns' 18.
Gain of 15. And the Steelers first down.
And a timeout comes in. The whistles blow with 3 seconds remaining. Oh, now look at this. They're lining up to add 3 more. A little insult to injury here late in the game. This to make it a 2-score game. And the kick is good. So you wonder how this one might be remembered the next time these two teams meet. But until then, this game's over. Well, a little drama there at the end, but really the same.